What if the biggest threat to your health wasn't your age, your genes, or your diagnosis, but your routine things that feel perfectly normal might actually be working against us, quietly accelerating the aging process after we pass 70? It's a startling thought, isn't it? The reality is certain habits, often adopted for efficiency or even a sense of safety, can slowly chip away at our vitality, mental clarity, and precious independence. Yet these subtle saboteurs are rarely discussed. By the time we notice their effects, perhaps increased stiffness, flagging energy, forgotten appointments, or a frustrating sense of limitation, the consequences have already taken root. Today in this video, we're pulling back the curtain on 6 habits you might be doing right now that could be aging you faster, draining your energy, or keeping you from feeling fully alive after 70. This isn't about fear out because of some rigid rule, but because releasing them could unlock a path to feeling more active, more confident, and more truly yourself in the years ahead. And if you've ever felt like you're not quite you anymore, this is the video that might just bring you back. Before we start exploring simple ways to stay healthy and well, I'd be truly grateful if you could take a moment to like this video. That small gesture helps more people just like you discover these gentle, useful tips. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way, whenever we share something new, you'll be the first to know, and we'd love to have you with us. Now let's dive in. Number 1, sidestepping strength-building activities. It's a common thought pattern after 70. Maybe I should take it easier, avoid lifting things, slow down to stay safe. It seems logical, right? Perhaps your joints feel a little less forgiving, or your balance isn't quite the rock it once was. Maybe hoisting that bag of potting soil feels more daunting than it used to. So many wonderful older adults scale back their physical activity, believing that rest automatically equals protection. But here's the crucial truth: consistently avoiding strength-focused movement is one of the surest ways to gradually lose your physical freedom, capability, and precious autonomy. Our muscles are far more than just engines for power. After 70, muscle loss, sometimes called sarcopenia, tends to pick up pace unless we actively work against it. Now, this doesn't mean you need to become a weightlifter. It simply means engaging the muscles you have. Even gentle resistance, using your own body weight, light hand weights while watching TV, or those simple elastic resistance bands, offers significant benefits. Consistency is the secret sauce here. Every time you walk confidently, rise from your favorite armchair. Without needing a push, carry your groceries into the house, or reach for something on the top shelf, your muscles are making that happen. Think about George. He's 82 now. After a minor tumble down a couple of porch steps a few years back, he became quite fearful of exertion. He worried constantly about another fall, so the sofa became his main companion, aside from short, careful walks. But working with a thoughtful physical therapist, George discovered something profound. His inactivity was causing far more limitations than gentle movement ever could. He started small, simply standing up from a chair 10 times without using his arms, lifting canned goods while watching the news, practicing standing on one leg while holding onto the kitchen counter. Within 2 months, the difference was remarkable. His legs felt more reliable, his confidence blossomed. He described it as reclaiming a piece of himself. Does George's initial hesitation sound familiar? If you recognize that feeling, type A1 in the comments below. There's a deep sense of empowerment in moving your body intentionally. It's about maintaining dignity, knowing you can handle daily tasks, bend down to greet a beloved pet, and get back up without a second thought. Strength delivers that freedom. It doesn't demand hours, just consistent, mindful movement can rebuild what time tries to wear away. Muscle loss often creeps in silently without pain. Initially, you notice it later, getting winded faster, finding stairs, a bigger challenge. But it's never too late to start rebuilding. You just need the decision that your strength matters more than taking it easy. Number 2, eating like you did in your 40s or 50s. Here's another easy pattern to fall into: sticking to the same eating habits you have had for decades. Same portion sizes, same meal times, the familiar comfort foods rotating through the week. It feels normal, comfortable. And hey, it worked for years. But your body's internal operating system isn't the same as it was 30 years ago. Your metabolism naturally runs a bit slower. Digestion might be less efficient, and what your body needs nutrient-wise has shifted. Yet many of us continue eating out of habit rather than true hunger. And this quiet routine can lead to unwanted weight gain, energy slumps, and blood sugar concerns. The reality check. After 70, every meal carries more weight, figuratively speaking. You likely don't need the quantity of food you once did, but your body craves higher quality nutrient-dense foods that are easier to digest and provide fuel for your bones, brain, and overall vitality. This often means gently dialing back on large servings of heavy meals and refined carbohydrates like white bread and sugary snacks, and focusing instead on smaller balanced plates rich in fiber from vegetables, lean proteins like fish, chicken, beans, healthy fats like avocado and nuts, and hydrating fruits. It's not about deprivation, it's about smart nourishment tailored to your body. Now, let me tell you about Eleanor, who's 75. She'd never given her eating habits much thought. 3 square meals a day, just like her mother taught her. But gradually she noticed changes. Feeling uncomfortably full and bloated after dinner became common. Her afternoon energy evaporated, and her favorite snacks felt snug. Her doctor didn't scold her. He simply suggested a mindful shift. Slightly smaller portions, adding more colorful vegetables to each meal, and really listening to her body's signals of fullness. In less than a month, Eleanor didn't just feel a bit lighter. She felt more mentally sharp, slept more soundly, and noticed a surprising uplift in her mood, a lightness she hadn't felt in years. This isn't about restrictive dieting. It's about gentle adjustments, acknowledging that just like your wardrobe evolves, your eating patterns benefit from adapting too. It's an act of profound self-care, building a healthier relationship with food where you learn what truly satisfies and energizes you. Does Eleanor's story resonate? Let us know by commenting with a 2 below. We love hearing from you. Number 3, gradually withdrawing from social connections. It can happen so subtly after 70, the slow drift into isolation. Maybe you decline more invitations, find reasons to stay home, or tell yourself that peace and quiet are what you truly prefer. Sometimes physical limitations play a role, other times it's emotional. Perhaps feeling like you don't have much to contribute anymore, or noticing friends don't call as often. So you pull back bit by bit. You convince yourself you're content with solitude. But the stark reality is that social isolation can significantly impact your physical and mental health. Loneliness isn't merely a feeling. Researchers link it to increased risks of depression, cognitive decline, and even heart problems in older adults. Our brains thrive on connection. Regular interactions, even casual chats, shared laughter over coffee, a simple phone call, are like exercise for the mind. They keep you sharp, emotionally resilient, and reinforce your inherent sense of value and belonging. Consider Margaret. At 80, she slowly distanced herself from friends after her husband passed away. She initially thought she just needed time alone, but months turned into years. Her days felt increasingly foggy. Her motivation waned. It was her daughter who gently encouraged her to try a weekly chair yoga class at the local senior center, just for a change of scenery. Margaret went reluctantly, but the biggest surprise wasn't the gentle stretching. It was the easy camaraderie. Chatting before class, sharing small updates about their week afterward, it reignited a spark of joy and connection she hadn't realized was missing so acutely. The silence at home had started to feel heavy, she admitted later. Now, staying connected doesn't mean your calendar needs to be jam-packed. It's about finding small, sustainable ways to interact. A regular phone date with a sibling, waving hello to neighbors during a walk, joining a book club, or a church group, even participating in an online forum about a hobby you enjoy. These moments are like emotional vitamins, lifting your spirits and reminding you that you're part of a larger tapestry. Isolation might feel safe, initially quiet and predictable, but there's a vital difference between restorative solitude and a slow disconnect from the world. One refuels you, the other can subtly drain your energy. You have wisdom, stories, and kindness to share. Your presence enriches others. If staying connected is something you prioritize, tell us with a 3 in the comments. Number 4, brushing off seemingly minor health issues. This might be one of the riskiest patterns, ignoring small physical changes because they seem trivial or just part of aging. A little dizziness now and then, a fleeting tightness in the chest, feeling unusually tired mid-afternoon. It's easy to think, oh, it's nothing, or I don't want to bother the doctor. You might not want to worry your family, or frankly, you might just be wary of medical appointments. so you keep quiet. But dismissing these subtle signals can have significant repercussions, especially as we age, when catching potential problems early is absolutely crucial for effective treatment and maintaining quality of life. Our bodies often become more communicative with age, sending signals we need to heed. Symptoms that might have been insignificant years ago can carry more weight now. That slight swelling in your ankles. It could be a whisper from your heart, more frequent memory lapses. Worth investigating beyond just senior moments. The longer these things are ignored, the more challenging they can become to manage. Addressing concerns early isn't about being anxious. It's about being proactive and informed. It gives you options and a sense of control. Two invaluable assets at any age. Take Arthur, 78 years old, and always prided himself on his resilience. He generally avoided doctors unless something was seriously wrong. But then he noticed his vision seemed blurrier and a persistent tingling started in his feet. He chalked it up to getting older. It wasn't until his daughter gently insisted he get it checked out that he discovered he had early-stage diabetes, because they caught it relatively early. Arthur was able to manage it effectively with lifestyle changes. His doctor was clear, though. Waiting much longer could have led to far more serious, irreversible complications. Arthur later reflected on the immense peace of mind that came from simply knowing and addressing the issue. You are the world's foremost expert on your own body. When something feels consistently off, different or new, trust that instinct. Taking it seriously isn't succumbing to fear, it's practicing self-responsibility. Not all health warnings come with sirens. Some arrive as quiet nudges. Pay attention to those nudges. It can mean quicker recovery, less intervention, and ultimately more good years ahead. If you believe in listening to your body's signals, drop a 4 in the comments. And remember, if you feel dismissed by a healthcare provider, seeking a second opinion is always your right. Number 5, relying solely on memory instead of writing things down. Here's an overlooked habit shift: continuing to rely entirely on your memory for appointments, medication schedules, birthdays, and to-do lists, just like you always have. For decades, maybe your mental filing cabinet was impeccable, so you keep doing it, mentally running through the day's tasks, reminding yourself to call someone back later, tracking your pills without a physical system. The subtle danger: our recall ability naturally changes over time, and leaning on it without backup can lead to small errors with potentially significant consequences. Forgetting a coffee date is one thing. Forgetting whether you took your morning blood pressure medication is entirely different and unsettlingly common. Did you take it, didn't you? That momentary uncertainty can lead to accidentally double dosing or skipping it altogether. Both risky scenarios, especially with crucial medications. Let's be crystal clear. Using tools like lists, calendars, or pill organizers isn't a sign of decline. It's a sign of intelligence and proactive self-management. It's a practical way to protect your health and reduce daily mental strain. Think about Bob, who at 73 had always been proud of his sharp memory. He managed family affairs, never missed an important date, and scoffed at needing calendars. But after missing a crucial specialist appointment and then realizing he'd skipped his morning medication twice in 1 week, he knew something needed to change. Initially, Bob felt a pang of embarrassment, like admitting defeat. But once he started using a simple pocket notebook for appointments and setting phone reminders for meds, he discovered an unexpected benefit. He felt less anxious. He described it as finally setting down a heavy backpack he hadn't realized he was carrying. Our brains are amazing, holding lifetimes of experiences. It's perfectly normal for short-term recall to need a little more support. Writing things down, using a weekly pill box, posting a calendar on the fridge, these aren't crutches. They're smart strategies. They free up mental energy, reduce worry, and boost confidence. You stop the cycle of second-guessing and mental replays. Have you found helpful systems for remembering things? Share the number 5 in the comments if this resonates. It's about working with your brain, not against it. Number 6, avoiding technology altogether. One of the most isolating habits often adopted unintentionally after 70 is completely shying away from technology. Perhaps it feels overwhelming. Maybe past attempts left you frustrated, or you've simply decided, it's not for me, or I've managed fine without it all these years. While those feelings are understandable, this avoidance can quietly build walls separating you from tools that could genuinely simplify your life, enhance your safety, and deepen your connections. Technology doesn't have to mean mastering complex software or chasing every new gadget. It can be as straightforward as learning to send a text message to a grandchild using a voice assistant. Hey Google, remind me to call Sarah at 2 p.m. Video calling with family far away, or accessing your pharmacy's website to request a refill. These aren't just novelties. They can be practical lifelines. They help manage health tasks, bridge geographical distances, provide quick access to information, and even offer emergency assistance features. Refusing to engage at all doesn't shield you from complexity. Paradoxically, it can increase your reliance on others for simple tasks. Let me share Betty's experience. At 79, she used to rely on her daughter for everything tech-related, checking appointment times online, looking up information. Her daughter helped willingly, but Betty felt increasingly dependent, which she disliked. One afternoon, her patient grandson sat down with her and slowly showed her how to use the calendar and reminder apps on her simple smartphone and how to navigate her clinic's patient portal. Was it smooth sailing instantly? Absolutely not. There were fumbles, repeated questions, and moments of wanting to give up. But Betty persisted. Within a few weeks, she found herself managing tasks independently that used to require multiple phone calls. The feeling, she said, was one she hadn't experienced strongly in years. Capable. That's the core benefit: reclaiming and maintaining independence. Small tech victories build confidence. Checking the weather forecast before a walk easily, reading messages from loved ones, ordering groceries online for delivery, joining a virtual book club. These steps reaffirm your ability to adapt and stay engaged. You don't need to become a tech guru. Just a little willingness to learn. Perhaps with a patient guide in all it takes. Let go of any embarrassment about not knowing. Everyone starts somewhere. Technology can be a powerful ally in aging well. So as we bring our conversation to a close today, take a moment. Which of these 6 habits sparked a flicker of recognition for you? Was there one that surprised you? Life after 70 operates under slightly different guidelines, but often no one hands us the updated rulebook. It's easy to stick with the familiar, even when it subtly diminishes our well-being or independence. But here's the empowering truth. It is never, ever too late to make small, positive adjustments. You don't need a grand overhaul overnight. Just recognizing one of these patterns and choosing to take a single gentle step in a new direction can lead to greater energy clarity and a renewed sense of self-assurance. Whether it's incorporating 5 minutes of simple strength exercises, being more mindful about your portion sizes, making that phone call to a friend you've been meaning to reach, or finally asking someone to show you how that tablet works, you're not admitting weakness. You're actively choosing to shape your future with purpose and wisdom. Aging isn't about fading away. It's about navigating the journey with the incredible experience you've gained. Thank you so much for spending this time with us at Elderly Stories. We truly value your perspective. Please leave a comment below. Share one insight from today's video that resonated with you, or perhaps a small change you might consider making. Your stories and thoughts inspire us and others in this community. If you found this video helpful or encouraging, giving it a like and subscribing to the channel makes a huge difference. It helps us continue creating content designed to support and uplift you. Thanks again for watching. We cherish having you here and look forward to seeing you in our next video. Be well.